Hey, welcome back, Simple Homeowners. Today, I'm going to show you a compilation of different things that I'm doing to the new home that we just purchased in Southern Nevada. It's kind of interesting. We've never been into a desert climate, so we're learning a lot of different things. So hang in there with us, and I'm going to show you some simple things that you can do as a homeowner that are not expensive and that you can save some money installing yourself. While some things aren't DIY, so we had to make it livable in the garage to work, we had a contractor install a mini split, as well as some other things that we're going to need done around the home. But I just want to show you some simple things that you can do to help save money and get a nice reward for doing it yourself. This slide switch in this looking thing here is motion. This is off motion, and it works only by the chain. It stays on about 90 seconds, and then if it detects no motion after 90 seconds, it'll turn off. This is the motion sensor.
Okay, and should we get a longer chain? That would be a yes.
Yes. So I have a plug right here over my garage door opener. I'm just going to plug the light just right directly into that. While it takes one of these plugs away, it's still independent of the other two. This is high, medium, low, off. High. And what's it like to be a simple homeowner? Well, if you don't come away with one of these at least, you're not doing it right. Next project I'm doing is installing a ceiling fan in the bedroom. There was one here already, but it just wasn't what we were looking for. So now I'm gonna try something else. Let me show you what we've got going on here. This is what I'm installing, the Hampton Bay 52-inch Rockport 2. It's got a little bit of a down rod on it, and it's also good if you have taller ceilings, but I don't. So it has a 4-inch down rod. Hopefully that'll work okay. It actually comes with a self-assembly video. I think I could probably do it without it, but the video is very good so far, step-by-step instructions, and it's saving a lot of time where I would have to figure it out on my own. They've come a long way in installs. So far what I've installed is the bracket to hang it, and now we're coming down to the motor and the down rod. And this is the instructions I'm just following right off my iPad. All right, well, we're moving right along here. Next thing I need to do is put the blades on. It's all wired, and then the light kit, and then we should be done. This fan has easy install blades. There's instructions on that. And again, the video will show you how to do it. But what's kind of unique about it is it has these keyhole things, slots. So when you put it up on the hangers, you just pull it a little bit away from the fan and it'll lock into place. I'll show you. Everything is mounted other than the light kit. That'll be next. This actually has the reinforced box, so it's made for ceiling fans. So let me show you how the fans work. You can see there's a little clip. And get this thing from spinning right here. So we'll put the blade on here and I'll show you what it does. I think you can see the fan clip, blade clip from this angle a little bit better. So you just push it down and trying to do this with one hand, push it down and pull it away. Let me make sure I have it all locked in. And also you want to make sure you have the color that you want. I want the black side down. The blades are reversible. And when it's completely installed, that's how it's supposed to look. Definitely want to make sure that's locked in, because last thing you need is this thing spinning around at night and a blade goes flying. What the heck was that? When they're installed correctly, you actually hear a click sound. So you'll know it's nice and secure. So move on to the light kit. When I'm installing the light kit, it has nice quick connectors. Makes it very simple and easy. No more splicing wires. You just connect them in, push them in, and good to go. I noticed as I was doing my final look through, see that white wire there? I think that's from the light kit. This I need to work with to fix that. I don't like it. I took the light kit back down and I was able to redo the wires. It was harder to put the screws back in the light kit than anything else to install so far. That's crazy, but it's going well. It wasn't hard, it's just a little tedious. Okay, it's installed. This will be the first test. I'm gonna do it live on camera, so I'm gonna stand back here behind the door in case a blade goes flying somewhere. We'll see what happens. Okay, turn the light on. Okay, no light. Turn the fan, nothing. All right, so we have a wiring issue somewhere. Let me go find out what it is. Well, I was getting ready to pull the thing all the way apart. All the way apart to find out what happened. And I went, luckily, to check the fuse panel, and there was a breaker that was thrown. So we're back in business. Everything is good. We have to change the mounting option that we have on the wall currently to use this type of bracket. The one that's out there now is like an X type of thing, and it's not going to work. So we'll have to put this on, get a screw that'll go through here, through the camera through here, and we should be good.
And you were rummaging around in there for?
The proper screws and everything that I might need here. I am changing the locks since everybody probably has a key. And now I'm just putting on the cover around the deadbolt. I changed the deadbolt, now I gotta change the lever.
And then what else are you doing to secure the door even better?
I'm going to put longer screws into the striker plates as well as the hinges. So if somebody decides they want to kick it, it'll give them a little bit of run for their money. We went to Home Depot and we have 4 locks that we want changed. So we were able to buy all of the hardware because they come in regular knob and deadbolt all in one pack. And we were able to save money to have them all keyed the same as opposed to calling a locksmith and just rekeying the ones that we had. Believe it or not, buying new locks were cheaper, and then Home Depot was able to key them all together. So these are the screws that I replaced out of the hinges. It really is criminal. I know all home builders do this and they hang the doors with this, but what I've done is changed out and put these. I didn't replace all of them because that would be overkill, but also on the door strikers I replaced these, but this is what you get. That's what holds your door on. Part of the construction of this desk requires gluing dowel rods into other parts of the desk. So this is the glue that came with it. There was actually a top on it. I tried to unscrew it and it actually just broke open. And then inside it was pretty much useless. It was all dried up and just all gummy. It was just one big gummy ball. So we had to go out and get some new glue today so I can finish up. I would have been done yesterday, but held us up, so I had to get some more glue. All right, to move right along, the next section are putting the sides on here to give it some structure. So you can take care of that. Making some pretty good headway here, just screwing in some of these locker things, locker screws, and it's starting to look like a desk now. This is the top. We'll have 2 drawers, and we're making progress. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, put together a compilation of simple things around the home. I have some other things coming up that'll be interesting that we'll just focus on directly. And this time there's only one little casualty. So one Band-Aid wasn't too bad out of all the projects that I did. So thanks for watching and subscribe.